Welcome to LearnWire. In this video, we're going to be doing a workflow for WordHero and Neuronwriter. Now, there was quite a few of you that actually requested for this video, so I'm excited to bring this video to you. Let's jump in real fast. So first of all, I'm going to go to one of my favorite, RankIQ. This is a keyword. They have a giant keyword database that they've already done the vetting of the keyword. I believe they use Ahrefs or a big tool like that, but then they do their own algorithm. After finding good keywords in those major tools, they also go and put their other algorithm on top of that to weed out some of the ones that maybe those tools will actually say is a good keyword, and actually it's harder to rank for those than the tool is telling you to. So RankIQ, there's a lot you can do in here. It's actually a content optimizer as well. But I really like to have the keywords already done for me, and then also the niches are already done as well. If you go into the keyword library right here, you'd be able to go into niche, and you'd see there's just so many different niches right here. They already did all the work for you, and you can see that there's just a ton of keywords that you could go after. It tells you an estimated time to rank and all that. So it saves you a lot of time just for the keyword research that they do for you. I'm going to go over here to my reports over here, and I'm just going to go and pick one of my keywords, and we'll start building something off of it. So how to make money from poetry. So I'm going to go ahead and just take that. And what I would do is, and now you can do keyword research in Writersden or Ahrefs or Ubersuggest or any of the other tools. You don't have to have RankIQ. If you are interested in looking at RankIQ, then it actually starts at plans $29 a month, $49 a month, and then like $100 a month, and so forth. You get different reports and such. There's a link below. You can go check it out if you want to look at this tool. All right, so we're going to go over here and look at this right over here. As you can see, I'm definitely using this tool. I've already added a bunch of content in here. Some content that's already on my site, I'm going to go ahead and optimize in Neuronwriter. But I already added this, how to make money from poetry, and it's already done right there. So all you're going to do is just come over here. It says it's a easy keyword to rank for. So I'm going to go over here and push view. And once you come into view, this is where you can actually, I really like this, you can custom pick the ones that you want the tool to actually use to optimize the content. So I'll come through here and just look at some of the websites, and they all look pretty legit. I don't see any Facebook or anything like that. I can already see right off the bat that there's definitely a content score opportunity for us on this keyword. A lot of times you'll see at least one green, like 70 or above, but right here, it's looking like all the content's not that good. This is interesting that there's 10,000 words for this first post. We might not be able to get number one unless we write that much, but I think there's a lot of opportunity to rank number 2 or better. So I think I'm going to leave just the top 10 and push next. Then we're going to come in here, and there's a couple different ways you guys can do this. You can come in here to WordHero, and we could actually come in here to, let's see, writing tools, and just go to like blog headlines to find out what we want to write about, or we can go into blog outlines right here, and we'll just test it out. But I think Neuronwriter is going to do a lot better. But right now I'm just going to go ahead and paste that in, how to make money from poetry, right for me. So there's two different workflows. We could go like this: how to make money from poetry, ways to make money from poetry, sell your poetry, get paid. So this is not a very good or broken down or specific outline. I don't think WordHero is that great at doing outlines. And so I'm not going to use this. We could redo this, but I'm just not going to use WordHero's outline. Now, one other thing, we can go into the editor real fast. We kind of already know what our title is, or at least our keyword, so I'm going to throw that in right here. I'll go fix the title real quick. And you could put like top tips or 12 best tips or something like that, okay? But what we can do is we can go right here and say blog outline. I'm going to click on that, and let's see what it comes up with, if it does any better in the editor. Poetry can be a lucrative form of art. Sell your poems, enter poetry contests, publish your poems, use poetry to promote products or services. That's cool, like affiliate marketing or something like that inside of your poem or your book. Donate your poems, conclusion. So it actually did a way better outline. For whatever reason, it does a better outline when you use the long form editor. So that's actually pretty good. We could go with that, but let me go. So then you could just start writing, okay? And then we can just take all of our content right here and then go and pull it in and paste it into NeuronWriter. So that's workflow number one, and that would probably be the fastest way to do it. If you want to get more detailed, or the keyword is a little bit more specific, not as easy to write about, then you're going to want to come over here and go into and click this draft button right here. Click the draft button, and then right here, how to make money from poetry. Why is it so hard to make money from poems? So you have all these different things that we can add to our article layout. So I'm going to go through here. I'm going to grab some headers. So just push add when you see one right here. So you can see that these are better questions that people are having. It's they're better headlines because it's pulling actual information from Google, right? From actual results. Just going through here, filtering out ones that look good, websites that pay for poetry. That looks cool. Maybe there's some right there. How to make money on Instagram as a poet. So there's a bunch, right? Now we can go over here to the questions, and I'm trying not to add anything that I've already really added over here already. See if anything else stands out. Not seeing anything else that really stands out. Maybe this one. Okay. All right. So I think we have a pretty good outline over here. Now we can save, or we can just copy this to the editor, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this copy to editor button right here. Boom. And we have our outline. Now, if you have 2 or 3 codes inside a NeuronWriter, then you could also use NeuronWriter to write some of this as well. There is definitely like this right here. We can start generating content immediately from here, right here. Okay. But in this tutorial, you guys were interested in how we can use both to our best ability, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our outline in here, and this is workflow 2. Remember, I'm providing 2 workflows. The first workflow, I'll recap in a minute at the end of the video. Okay, so we're right here. We're just going to take this, and I'm going to grab all of this. We're going to copy this. We're going to go back into here, and like on workflow 1, this is a pretty good outline. You could actually start writing right here from that. I'm going to go ahead and delete that. We're going to go and paste this in right here. Okay, so we have our outline right here, and I might just get rid of these numbers right here, kind of clean it up. So here's our H2s. It's a really nice big outline. So you can see that we got a more robust, more specific, kind of covering the topic as a whole. So you're going to have a better knowledge graph with using the NeuronWriter outline. They provided a way better outline for us because they have their outline builder tool. So that's this is the second workflow, and this is probably my top recommended workflow. So we'd come through here, and we would just go in here and start writing. We just push the rocket button. It's going to take it's going to write a paragraph based on, are you ready to earn a living as a poet? The old adage goes that those who can do, and those who can't teach, but what blah, blah, blah. Jobs for writers are expected to grow by 6%. That's faster than the average. Okay, so it's pretty good. Now it's talking about a poet. It's not going to be easy. The average salary for writers is blank. And so obviously this stuff right here with statistics and years, it is a pretty technical term that we're going for right here. And so some of these numbers right here, you're going to want to go and fact check. I'm not going to do that for the video, but just remember, you're going to want to go in here and fact check, double check that kind of stuff, right? I don't know why. I think one of you one time told me about the trick on how this, when it writes underneath an H2, how you can get it to write in normal text. I have not figured that out yet, and I'm not really sure if it's H3 or H4, but we would just end up fixing this later. But I'm going to go ahead and just go with H4 text right there. Okay, so we would need an introduction right here, how to make money from poetry. I'm going to go ahead and also do one right there. And you just start writing in WordHero, and we will be back after I write some of this. It kicked it down to the bottom, but I'm going to go ahead and write some, and I'll be right back. I just wanted to jump in here and give a quick tip for those of you that might have just picked up WordHero or picked up NeuronWriter. But if the AI is only as good as the information that you give it. So for example, this first sentence right here was my H2, but it was missing. It just said to start out, and had a comma, you'll need to develop a strong portfolio. So I started writing this content right here, and it actually started talking about graphic design, okay? It assumed that we were talking about graphic design because of the word portfolio. So what I did was I had to delete it, and then I came in here to start out, and then I told the AI, I'm basically telling the AI exactly what I want this paragraph to be about. I said, to start out making money with poetry, you'll need to develop a strong portfolio. Now, look what ends up happening is it writes a really good paragraph talking about poetry the entire time. It actually answers our question. So just wanted to put that tip out there, is that if you're not getting the content that you need, if you're using this tool, why is it so hard to make money from poems? It's probably going to do a good job on this one because it knows that we're trying to find out why it's hard to make money from poems. But if we didn't have this, why is it so hard to make money? If I didn't have from poems here, then the AI has the freedom to talk about any reason why it's hard to make money in general. And so you wouldn't really know what to expect. So just wanted to jump in and give that tip. That's a really good tip on how to use WordHero to get the best content possible. All right, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we are finishing up the article and we have over 2,000 words. Which is super, super awesome. I don't remember how much they're recommending over here. They're actually only recommending about 1,464 words. I know it was about 2,400 words, so there is a big discrepancy between these optimization tools. But we're going to go with Neuronwriter, not RankIQ in this video. So 1,400 words, so we're well over that at 2,000, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I could just go in here and clean this up. What I did is I took all the H2s and I actually just made them all regular text, and then now I'm going to go back and make them all H2s real quick. This won't take too long, so I'm just going to come through here. We're going to shape our article and come back. I put a bonus tip here, that's a H3 right there. And then we're going to come back here, make that an H2, and I've gotten lazy. I really just capitalized the first one. Don't know what you guys do, but and I'm going to go right there and do an H2 as well. And we didn't really do a conclusion. I guess we can come up here to blog conclusion. And what I'll do is I'll just take the the title up here, and then we'll go blog conclusion. I'll throw that in right here, say write for me, and then I'll just keep coming through here and finding anything else I can do to fix this up. Like if there's extra spaces right here, we will clean this up. And then like right here, this is an H2. So as you can see, it's going to take some time. And then also, I don't know, you can look at the clock down here of when I started writing this. I haven't done anything else. And so I really was just sitting here using the AI to write content. And sometimes WordHero does some funny stuff. Like right now, look, if I go right here and I want to push return, okay, now it's letting me. It wasn't really letting me a second ago. I think that might be an H2 as well. And I'm just coming through here and trying to put some returns in here because that's Google likes that. Readers like that as well. You don't want too much paragraphs. So sometimes it does weird stuff, like you just saw it jump like that when I pushed return. Rules for writing poetry, that's an H2 as well. And see like this big giant block of text right here, we will go ahead and turn this into 2 paragraphs because it's just too much. Right here I will do I'll actually put my cursor in front of here and push return, and then I'll make this an H2 as well. So as you can see, in order to do it the right way, it does take some time. Even though we're using artificial intelligence to write our content, there still is a lot of time being used to clean up our article, get it all structured, looking good. So just like that, one more scroll right here, I'll put in conclusion, I'll push return, and it looks good. I'm not going to spend too much time. We'll actually throw that in right here, and we will do 2 paragraphs, and we'll make the conclusion in H2 as well. So we've got this nice article right here. I'm going to go up here and push save. So 2,062 words. Scroll back up one more time. Looks really good. Nicely formatted. I might be missing one, H2 or not, not sure, but looks good. I did do some research. I came over here, I typed in where to find poetry drops right here. I did some my own research, came in here, and I actually did how much do people earn on average, because the AI writer did not answer that question at all. So I actually went and just kind of summarized, and I did reference recruiter.com because that's where I got the information. So right here I put recruiter.com says that poets can earn anywhere from 33K to 133K per year. So that answers the question. Maybe even just put that in bold, pretty cool, and so forth, right? One final look, like right here, we need some returns. Looks pretty good. So yes, we did spend like 5 or 10 minutes cleaning this up, but now it looks really, really good. One last save. And then what we can do is we can come through here and grab, well, we can grab the title. We can come into Neuronwriter. And then what I'll do is we'll actually highlight all this and push the delete button because we really don't need it inside there. I'm going to go and add the meta over here. And I'm going to put the content. And we're going to make this H1. And then I'm going to push return. I'm going to go back to WordHero. So pay close attention to what I'm doing right now because that is definitely part of the workflow. We're going to come back in here. We're going to grab our content, copy, go back into Neuronwriter, and push paste. We might need to do some more cleanup in here, like some of this right here. Obviously, we need to make that normal text. So I'm going to go and clean up as it pastes. So all this is H4s. It's not normal text. I don't know why. You guys leave a comment below, but I don't see where you can actually have normal text in here. I don't see normal text. I don't see an option for normal text. There's just H1 through H4, but I don't see normal text. So I'm going to go fix this up and we'll be right back. Okay, well, we are back. What I recommend doing probably in WordHero, unless you guys have figured this out, just leave it all H2 and just leave it. And there's no sense in doing it twice. So just copy all this over. I'd actually just leave this as a rough draft and just copy it over after it writes it into Neuronwriter and then do all the formatting inside of Neuronwriter. So that is just something as I was doing this that I noticed that I would recommend to you guys is that just write the content in WordHero, copy and paste it in over here to Neuronwriter, and then inside of here, you're going to make your text normal. You're going to make your H2s. The H2s should all be H2 basically. And then you're just going to come back in and change this to normal text, right? And then just any extra spaces, you're going to go and push the back button. But look at this nicely formatted article right here. We're 488 words more than what they're telling us. They wanted us at 2,000. So they wanted 2,000 words. We're over that, which is great. We've got a 48 right here. We do have our meta description right here. I'm going to go and just say, okay, so I added that in. There's the description. It does make a big deal. I think it went up 3 points or something like that, just adding in the description. Okay. So we have it all in here. We already have a better score than the top 10. Okay. We have a 52 and we are close to outranking top 1. And then out of all 30, we're well over 34. So that's the way that I like to gauge this. Now, honestly, what I would do is, there's two different things you could do. You could post this, right? And I think that WordHero did a good job with this topic. We guided it. I spent the time necessary to make sure that it was, I looked up things that it wasn't able to find for me, and it stayed on point. And so it did a pretty good job. Not all topics are going to be like that with various AI writers, but this one it handled pretty well. Now, there's two things you can do. One, rule of thumb, like I said, you could make this a 62, like make sure you add more, because there's a lot of opportunity right here to add more green, to change green, right? There's a lot of stuff in here that they're telling us that we should use. Like we didn't even say day job once or publish poetry. We didn't say that in our article. So you could go and optimize this, try to get 10 more points and then just be good to go. Or what you can do is you could publish this as is because the content is saying that it's good enough for the top 10, and then wait and come back 2 or 3 weeks later when Google indexes where your content is going to be. And then if you are, make page 2 or page 3 or something like that, then you can come in here and optimize your content further. That way you're not spending more time optimizing content. You're letting it rank first and then going after those opportunities. So those are the two different ways that you can do it. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is a workflow that I would use. Like I said, there was 2 workflows that I would use. You could do all the writing, outline everything in WordHero, and then just paste it into here. That would be the fast way to do it. but I like Neuronwriter's ability to use the draft article, where you can go out and create the draft for your article. It's going to do a lot better, and then you just paste that into WordHero, write your content, and then grab that content and paste it back into Neuronwriter, and then you have your content right here. So make sure to save your work right there. Like I said, we've got a good content score right here, and then we can go and publish this, and then once you're done publishing this, I like it, you can say mark as done, and then it will go out and then you know that it's published, right? So that's it for this video. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you're subscribed to LearnWire so you get all these different tutorials with all these tools we're buying on AppSumo. I like to take them a step further and show you how I am using them daily. Or if I'm not using it like that, I will get creative and I will make a video on how I would use these tools in my workflow. All right, we'll see you in the next video.